Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's Proverbs with Paul in the afternoon, this wonderful Monday afternoon. It's going to be a glorious late evening. I know it is. Praise the Lord. Proverbs chapter 23, verse 17. Do not let your heart envy sinners, but live in the fear of the Lord always. Do not envy. The idea of envying is that you want something that someone else has got. Jealousy is wanting something that someone else has got and you don't want them to have it. But envy is wanting what they've got and you don't mind that they have it, but you want it as well. It feels like it's your right to have it. So you envious of what they have and you want it for yourself. And that idea of envy is not a good thing naturally. But do not let your heart envy sinners. And the idea of sinners is those who have obtained whatever it is that you're envious of in an inappropriate way. So they're a sinner, and therefore what they have in terms of what appears to be a blessing as far as you're concerned has been obtained in an inappropriate way. So it says, don't envy those who are sinners. And the idea of a sinner is someone who makes that choice in life to obtain anything that they obtain through another way other than God's way. Because the word sin means to miss the mark. It's the target on an archery board when you fire the arrow and you miss, as it were, the center of the board. If you miss it, that's called a sin. So a sinner is someone who misses the mark, as it were, in terms of perfection. So obtaining something in the perfect way is one thing, but obtaining it in an imperfect way is another. And so a sinner has obtained whatever it is that you're envious of, that you desire for yourself, in an inappropriate way, which is why it's not very good for you to envy what the sinner has, because he's obtained it in the inappropriate way. Whatever we receive in life needs to be obtained in the right way. And there are reasons for that, but one of the biggest reasons is that the greatest sense of satisfaction that you'll ever get out of life is achieving something in the desires of your heart. So when you obtain or achieve something because you worked hard for it, it's a very sweet feeling. It gives you a sense of well-being about who you are. So obtaining, as it were, in the righteous way, what is right to have and obtain is what God's plan is for us. And to obtain stuff inappropriately, even though it might not necessarily be a harmful thing, if we've obtained it in the wrong way, then it actually destroys us because it spoils our ability to enjoy what it is that we have now obtained. So don't waste your time trying to obtain what sinners have got, because sinners have obtained it in an inappropriate way. It says, but live in the fear of the Lord always. And the fear of the Lord isn't the fear of being afraid of God, though there is an element of that, because we should live in this sense of reverence to God. But the fear of the Lord is an awe, a sense of awesomeness about being in his presence, appreciation of what God has given, what God has done. If we fail to appreciate what God has given, what God has made available, even as we live through our lives, then we're going to lose out on the blessing of really connecting and knowing God. So you might have a great relationship with God, but if you're not really embracing the reality of the fear of the Lord in reverence of who he is, then you will miss out. Don't treat God like he's nothing, is what Solomon is saying, but be in reverence, be in fear of him, and then you'll get the fullness of the reality of that blessing in your relationship with him. Thank you for joining me. Be blessed. Have a great afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow.